Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Geoguessr. We're doing a diverse world today, map by map or 3-minute time challenge. Kind of the standard at this point. Just good to get into a routine. We gotta change things up a little bit. So if you guys have any suggestions, we're gonna do no movement, which we've been doing a lot over on Twitch. Oh, I think we're in Japan. But we gotta find out if we're on the left or the right hand side of the road. But yeah, let's switch things up a bit. So give me some rule changes. You want to do no movement? You want to do no zoom? You want to do no return? What do you want to do? Based on this, I think we're going to be on the right hand side of the road. The fact that we're on the right would then lead us to believe that we are in Taiwan. However, just because these are parked over here doesn't mean we could use that to our advantage. I would love to be able to, don't get me wrong. Why would you park on the right hand side of the road unless you're driving on the right, you know? But we need to find something concrete, especially since maybe it's just me, but in the United States, people don't really seem to give a fuck. We also do have the yellow solid line. That might be worth noting. But I think Taiwan might be the play here. But again, I would love to find a car in action, just so that we can confirm it. It looks like there's a major highway right here, and there's a car right there. Can we tell? Right hand side of the road. Perfect. Gotta be in Taiwan. We gotta be. Maybe Sri Lanka, but Taiwan. Right? So then, it looks like we do have a major highway. I would love to be able to get on it. Perfect. And then we have 77. Oh, no, this could be Korea. I think this is Korea. Wow. Didn't see that one coming. You know what it was? I think we were so convinced that we haven't been in Korea in so long. Let's see. We are 1,531 kilometers away from Blur. Wando. Can we find Wando? Ooh. Especially since it's 131, you would think that it would be something we could see pretty easily. The only thing is I don't want to look at these islands. Fuck. Or Mokpo. Mokpo. Perfect. 29 kilometers from Mokpo. Can we find a Faye? That's going to be south of us. So we're going to be up by Muan. Right? Holy shit. Nothing is coming up. Here's Muan. No, we don't need Muan. We need Mokpo. Mokpo's 29 kilometers to our south-ish. Not finding a Faye anywhere, which would have been able to help us differentiate. You guys went more towards the middle of the country. Ends up being over to the left of Muan, which would have actually made a little bit of sense. But we, even still, we're not able to find any of these other names. Here's Hangyo. But Mokpo, I'm glad we were able to find that. That definitely came in clutch. Ended up being about 10 miles away, 15 kilometers. That's actually pretty good for us, since we're terrible when it comes to the judgment of distance. We have Banjir and Sepanjang. Left-hand side of the road, we could be in Thailand. And we're going based off the colors and everything else. But this could also be, I think, Indonesia and the Philippines also are on the left-hand side. We're in the Southeast Pacific. Indonesia, right there. Perfect. So I knew we were going to be in this general area. We're going to go for the East Javan Island because we always seem to get in that general area for no other reason than just experience, which, terrible. We would rather, well, I would rather have some things that would definitely help us. Untuck Indonesia, maybe the name of the city. Maybe. We do have stuff up here, but it's a little blurry. I don't think we're going to get a good clear image. Close enough. Lantai and Pamukazan. We also have Joko Tole. None of those I recognize. Are you really surprised? Let's go up by Surabaya. Seems like a fun name to pronounce. That way, if we're right, we're right. However, I think we're going to be wrong. Now, we still have plenty of time to try and find something else to help us out here. But I don't think we've ever really found it, or we have, but Indonesia's not well labeled through Google Maps. It may be the fourth most populated country in the world. But they suck at making maps. Or Google sucks at making maps for Indonesia. The Kawasan Tertib Lalu Lintas, Bulan Bakti, Karang Turuna, and Jawa Timur. I'm guessing these are names because there's 3 people right here. But yeah, we're not finding shit. Padamau. Can we find a place real quick called Padamau? And if we do, are we just going to be lucky? I feel like that's going to be a region. Obviously, this is the region of Jambi, with the city Jambi. This is South Sumatra. This is Bengkulu. This is Lampung, Banten, West Java, Central Java, the special region, East Java. And then we have all these islands. And we do have a totally different area up here as well. Fuck. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to figure it out. I'm hoping Padamawu is the name of the area we are in. But I really am not so great at Indonesia. Mainly because of the names, and it's a struggle. Wow. That's actually pretty good. You got a perfect score. Here's Pamekasan. Not what we wanted. But pretty close. Not a bad guess for Indonesia. And we only went over by Surabaya because it was fun to pronounce. Take that as you fucking will. Okay, middle of bumblefuck nowhere. It does look like we have double R's. What the fuck is that? I thought this was the letter D. I didn't think this was going to be an O with a special character. Pretty open, pretty flat. Really open, really flat. Those O's, though. I don't think I've ever seen that O before. Definitely feels Nordic. We could probably get away with guessing Iceland. It's fairly flat. I do see some mountains in the background. Maybe the Faroe Islands. The only way we would guess the Faroe Islands, though, because I don't think the Faroe Islands have this rather flat patch. And it looks like the mountains are going to be to our south and our east. I think Iceland is pretty flat up here, so it would kind of make some sense. But again, I'm not so hot when it comes to shit like this. The only other thing I could think of, besides Iceland or the Faroe Islands, would be either a random island off the coast of Norway, and I think the language discredits that, or we go to Svalbard, right? I think Svalbard has a little bit more, I want to say mountains. I want to say it has a better geography, and there's a little bit more variety in the level of the land. This seems pretty fucking flat. And that O is tough. The one with the weird swiggle on top. That's a weird accent. Not something we're pretty familiar with. Mostly when it comes to like Denmark. Not Denmark. Actually, yeah, Denmark, Iceland, and the Faroe Islands is the O with the slash. That seems to be one of the trademark things that we look for when we want to guess Denmark. Obviously, I'm sure there are other things that are easier, especially if you consider that we don't always find every letter of a certain language, and we're specifically looking for one letter. Probably not the best way to go about it, but it does seem to help us, especially when we are able to recognize from one letter. Lots of blur, not too much going around. We do have something that looks like it says Trelist, and then, oh no, the AE right here. That's also, I'm pretty sure, Icelandic. Almost positive it's Icelandic. Which means our Iceland guest, I'm hoping, is going to be good. It does look like we have some land to our north. Maybe we go over here a little bit. That way we have mountains to the left, land to our north. We also have the the water kind of all around us. Come on, baby. Ends up being a little bit further south. Alright, so my reason for guessing north was because there were mountains to our southeast. And to our southeast from this location is pretty much water. Obviously, there's still stuff down here, but I was hoping we'd be the northern coast of Iceland. But I'm glad we were able to guess correctly that we were, in fact, in Iceland. Pretty good. It looks like we do have a yellow line, although it is tough to tell, and it should just be an illusion, and us seeing what we want to see. This is not exactly the way I wanted to start, although that does look pretty... I think we saw Japanese. Yeah, I'm actually looking at these now. There are no rounded characters. Obviously, there's some blur to it, so we can't know for sure. But I'm thinking this means we're going to be in Japan and or Taiwan, just like what we thought in the first round. Can we find a car? Left-hand side of the road, we're in Japan. Okay, let's throw down a guess right down here. Now, our main concern is finding a phone number. Fuji. Fuji. Isn't there an island called Fuji? I forget where Fuji is. I'm pretty sure it's an island. But again, it's a Fuji transport, so that doesn't necessarily mean we're in Fuji. That just means the name of it. Which, let's be real, people name things after other things all the fucking time. So it might be worth our time. But I'm thinking it's probably just a name, and it's just the creative aspect of whoever created the company. Not something we could essentially rely on. That is Route 4. Can we find guitar pick 4? I want to check the islands just to get them out of the way, just so we don't have to fucking worry about the shit. Because we always get fucked by one tiny little island in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere that never fucking exists. Alright? Always. Always, always, always. I think we're safe this time around, though. Just follow the ferry lines. I'm not seeing shit anywhere. Perfect. Alrighty. Here's 3. Where's 4? I think we've actually found 4 plenty of times. I'm sorry about that. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 57, 10. Alrighty. Well, let's get a guess down. Here's 3 again. 3 again. Here's 2, 9, 491. 2 again. Weird looking 3. Here's a weird looking 4. It's not the guitar pick 4, but it's a 4. 9 up top. 54 and 2. Where is Tokyo? That might be where we want to start. Because then we go out of Tokyo. Perfect. Here's 4. I just saw it. Now, we don't know exactly where on this we are. But we did find Route 4, which looks like it goes through Tokyo and goes north. But we only have 10 seconds. So can we find a town name? It doesn't feel like we're that close to Tokyo, to be honest. But it looks like Route 4 is weird. Let's go over here. Over by Koga and Yuki and Oyama. Wow. Ends up being a lot further north. We both guessed around the same area. You had a better guess, but it looks like we are on the same fucking line, to be honest. Pretty fucking close. Even if we zoom in. I mean, obviously this isn't exactly where we want to be, but it's pretty good. So Route 4 all the way towards the north. Let's go down towards our lines. Only separated. This is probably like 500 yards at most. We still have a chance at this, and it looks like we got Japanese characters again. But we are on the right-hand side of the road, which means we can't be in Japan. So let's make sure there's no rounded characters. It looks like there are not any. We got to be in Taiwan. What a weird day. What a weird day. Japan, Taiwan, and South Korea. Come on, that doesn't happen very often. It doesn't happen very often at all. And we have to use our knowledge to be able to tell the difference between all 3 of them. And I think we're able to do it. I think we have it down. And it only took us 489-ish, somewhere around that area, give or take 3 episodes, you know? Not more, it's between 485 and 490, somewhere in that range. I'll know for sure. But no rounded characters, we're on the right-hand side of the road, and we have a yellow divider line. It's Taiwan. And then we had the rounded characters, and we got South Korea. And then we had the not rounded characters on the left-hand side of the road, and that was Japan. It's amazing. We have come such a long fucking way. And honestly, a short period of time, 2 years. Obviously, depending on the circumstances, 2 years could be a very long time. But I think it's rather short. Especially, consider it like this, right? Let's say you get a career and you're working. 2 years at your job, not a lot of time. Really isn't. 139.21. 2 years in jail, maybe a little bit more. Obviously, this is green, but we found a 21. We can't fucking pass that up. Can we find a 139 as well? Obviously, it's a different color than what we want. A green one would be even better. And then 139 looks like it's going to be a white border. This is throwing me off. Because we're not really finding too much of anything that really helps us. Actually, here's 107, 108. So these are going to be small, the 139s. But it does look like the numbers are going up the further south we go, which is actually really important to recognize. 119, 130, 140. So 139 should be along this general area. Somewhere. Maybe the same road. Let's be real. Here's 129, 136. We find 139. 139. Alrighty. And then can we find 21? Or even, is it the same thing? Doesn't really look like it. But 139 does go over here, which might be the play. Let's go. Oh, and we're like in the middle. We lost, but barely. Like real barely. That was really fucking close. And you guys guessed 136. Not bad. How close was it? Less than 400 points. It was like 340 points. Wow. Talk about a close fucking game. But look at that. We had Indonesia, we had Taiwan, we had Japan, we had Korea, and we had Iceland. What the fuck is going on here? But let's check out the full results and see how everyone did. Screenshot the world crushing it. I'm not doing too bad. Benedict Swanker, only about 400 points, so it's fucking close. And then Bierlingo, about 1,300. Which one was the one that gave you trouble? It looks like Japan. Looks like Japan is the thing that gave all of us trouble, to be honest. But we all generally guessed the same area. I think besides... Yeah, it was Benedict that was a little bit further out on the Japan guess. South Korea, we all did pretty decent. Let's see. Taiwan, looks like all did pretty decent. Like, Indonesia, all did pretty fucking decent. Like, this is incredible. What about Iceland? Was I the worst? I was probably the worst when it came to Iceland. But look at those scores, man. Look at that spread. That's actually really good. I'm proud of all of you. I'm really proud of you. But that is going to be all we got for the day. We are going live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are interested, the link to Twitch is in the description below. There's going to be 2 links. First link marked Twitch is going to be the link we start our Twitch stream with. The link marked Friday is going to be the video that we are recording on Friday. Feel free to play on both. If you guys are only interested in one, by all means. And then this Sunday, I'm not going to have any videos up. Now, one of my favorite games is coming back. It's making a comeback. I might do a few videos on that we will have posted on Sundays, as well as convincing my friends to play Bigfoot. And then if you guys are interested in playing a modded Minecraft server, let me know. I'm looking to do everything and anything. There is a chance we may start streaming a few more days. However, that's going to be like 11 p.m. Eastern. So if that works for you, by all means, let me know. If not, we are going to look into what we can and can't do, and maybe some things change. But thank you all so much for being here. I do hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all tomorrow live on Twitch. Have a good rest of your day, and bye-bye.